Not sure if this qualifies as a glitch, but I just found this sub and a post about a sock reminded me of this. Maybe 3 years ago, I took my daughters to music lessons. I filled up with gas on the way using my debit card. After class, I decided to stop at Burger King, but can't find my debit card. We do a very thorough search through the car and, of course, wallet and pockets. Nothing. I assume that I must have dropped it at the gas station. I order a new card and move on with life. Last year, my house flooded during a hurricane. As a result, the walls had to be torn out. Inside the wall, we find the debit card. The expiration day is past, so it's definitely not the current one, and the one I lost that day is the only one I recall losing in the time I lived in this house. So I don't know for a fact it's definitely the same card, but I'm struggling to see how it's not, and even if it's not, still, how did it get into the wall? Not the weirdest story here, but I think about it a lot. The other day, my boyfriend and I went to the mall to our favorite dumpling restaurant, and immediately everything just felt strange. Lights seemed brighter and more sterile than they usually do, and everyone around us seemed off, to say the least, almost robotic in their mannerisms. We sat down at the restaurant, and I leaned over to him and told him I wish we could have the spicy dumplings first. Note, there was no server around us, and the restaurant was loud as heck. Our server walked out from the kitchen and asked us if we would like our spicy dumplings first. They have literally never asked us this. We've been there dozens of times, and it felt almost scripted, as if someone had been listening in. After we left the restaurant, we stopped for dessert and saw a woman in a short baby blue dress with long brown hair walk by us. Maybe a few seconds later, a woman who looked identical and was wearing the exact same dress but in baby pink walked by. We joked about it feeling like a simulation. Another minute passes, and a guy in a gray shirt and black pants walked by with a Nordstrom bag. We joked again that it would be weird if he was a recycled NPC too. Not a minute later, the same guy walked by us again. We just stared at each other in disbelief and got the heck out of there. It was honestly one of the most unreal things I've ever felt. We laughed about it and just thought, what are the odds? But the more I think about it, the more unsettled it makes me feel. I posted this in Paranormal, but was told here would be better. So, as above, I was sat in the garden in the northwest UK with my mom sunbathing in the high temps yesterday, Monday, June 20th, around 12:30 in the afternoon. It was quiet, just birds singing. Then all of a sudden, the sky went dark as if someone had switched the lights off for a split second, and then it was light again. I thought it was me cracking up, but my mom said, "Did you see that?" And we discussed it. We thought it may be a plane or balloon, but the sky was completely clear and it was completely silent, no engine noises, etc. Is there a natural explanation for this, or did anyone else experience it? Edit. All I remember is it went very quiet, cold, and it was almost as if something massive had completely blocked out the sun, but it was so quick I just was shocked and didn't really have time to process what had gone on. My mom describes it as the same, just pitch black and cold and quiet. It almost felt like that split second lasted longer than it should, if that makes sense, like time had slowed down. I spoke to my dad when he came home from work, and as he was sat working in the gazebo in the garden at the time, I asked if he'd seen it too, and he did. He said I assumed something big flew over but didn't question no noise, etc. So there's 3 of us that saw this now. Update. June 22nd. I didn't expect so many responses and other people seeing this kind of thing, so it just makes it so much stranger. I'm new to this sub, but now going down the rabbit hole. My dad also talked about it this morning, and I said I had posted on Reddit. He doesn't believe in the paranormal, really, but was also pretty spooked by it. He can't explain it, either. In 2018, my husband and I were home alone, sitting in the den watching TV, and heard what I can only describe as a tape measure being retracted. You know, the sliding and thin metal popping sound, coming from our master bedroom. Thinking something had got knocked over by one of our cats, we went into the bedroom and found a piece of old, dark brown baseboard lying in the middle of our bedroom floor. Our moldings and baseboards are white, and there is no brown anywhere in our home. Even our floors are a bright Scandinavian pine. We looked at this thing, then at each other, then searched high and low for a good hour trying to figure out where this mystery piece of dark brown baseboard had come from. Nothing was out of place, no closets or doors were open, and there was literally nothing to indicate how this thing got there. It was about 2 feet long, and other than appearing out of what seemed like thin air, looked like any other piece of brown-stained baseboard. We were pretty unsettled and took the thing outside and put it in the garbage. Nothing odd or unexplained had happened before this, and nothing happened after. We sold the house in 2019. Anyone else had a similar experience? This has kind of freaked me out a little, and I'm not entirely sure how to explain it, but here goes. The dentist I visit, and have visited for years, exists on a very main public road that I frequently drive. It's built out of an existing house with all of the rooms/interior renovated as medical rooms. The old garage is still standing, but the front and back garage doors have been removed, allowing patients to drive in and park in the concrete backyard. The garage is on the right-hand side. I was driving to my dentist today, up the main road it's on, when a few doors down, I see another dentist clinic that I've never noticed before. The building was identical to the dentist I frequent, but everything was opposite in terms of layout. It's like it was just mirrored perfectly. The same bricks, same front, same sign, just that the garage and parking was on the opposite side with the front of the house flipped. It gave me the irks, but I arrived at my dentist building, went in for a clean and checkup, no meds or anesthetic, etc. The whole process took maybe 20 to 30 minutes max. I get back in my car and drive home. The house is there, but it's just a house. No signage, garage door sealed shut. The doors were removed when I first saw it. Did I somehow witness a building glitch out? Hello, my friends. I just had a really bizarre moment/glitch while getting ready for bed, and while I've experienced quite a few glitches, this one didn't involve a teleporting cat. Okay, I was doing my normal nighttime routine. I tend to zone out and go on autopilot, but I always do things in the same order. Start the bath, take out my contacts, brush my teeth, remove my makeup, and hop in the shower. I have a mirror in front of me about 3 feet away, and there's a tall organizer to my right with a bunch of toiletries on it, also about 3 feet away. Now, without my glasses or contacts, I am blind. Can only see about 5 to 6 inches clearly in front of me, and the rest is blurry. So I'm finishing taking off my makeup and notice that I can still see very clearly. I can see myself in the mirror. My image is as sharp as can be. I'm like, what the fuck, didn't I just take my contacts out? I look to my right and can read the text on the toiletries. Huh? Weird. I was pretty zoned out, so I was like, well, clearly I skipped a step. I grab my contacts lens case and open it up. My contacts are sitting in the solution. I shit you not, when I look up, everything is suddenly blurry. I look at myself in the mirror and I am no longer clear. I look to my right and everything on the organizer is just shapes and colors. It's like my brain didn't realize that I'd taken my contacts out, and once it realized that I had, it was like, oh, right, you're blind. Like a switch flipped. I'm freaking out a bit. What the fuck just happened? Hey folks, thanks for listening. Sorry it was a short one this time, but I've been very busy and I'm doing what I can. If you like what you heard and you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe and hit the like button, as it helps to recommend my videos to other people who would like them just as much as you do. I post 2 to 3 times a week as often as I can. If you have a suggestion or simply want to say hello, please leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it more than I could ever say. And until next time, be good.